Hello, have you ever grown celery before? This is my celery. It's been in this pot now for about just over a month. It's a variety called Giant Red. If you're going to give this a go and you've never done it before, a couple of words of advice. The seeds are very small. I've never seen a vegetable seed so small. So if you're going to sow these seeds, you probably will need your glasses on. And secondly, if you sprinkle them on top, don't cover them. Do not put soil on top of those seeds. The seeds need the light to help them germinate. So yeah, go with seeds. These are some celery that I grew in buckets some time ago. I think that variety was called Victoria. And as you can see, there are 4 nice heads of celery in that bucket, so we can convert these seedlings into celery plants. And the way I usually do it is this. This is an early seed potato. Okay, it's about time it was in. And I'll be planting this seed potato in a bucket. And I'll be harvesting the potatoes from this seed potato in about 4 to 5 months. So by the time I harvest the potatoes from this seed potato in that bucket, these celery plants will be 4 or 5 months bigger. Now they don't grow that fast, so don't run away with the idea that you'll be looking at huge celery plants in here. You will not, but you'll be looking at sizable celery plants that are ready to be potted up. And what I tend to do is, those early potatoes that I've just harvested, they go indoors. The soil gets reinvigorated with some sort of fertiliser. I put it straight back into the bucket, then I'll put some of these guys up into that bucket, and these guys will grow on from, I don't know, early summer, midsummer, through into early autumn, maybe even into winter. So we'll get 2 crops from that one bucket. Now there is another way of trying to grow celery. I've never done it successfully. I've seen it advocated by quite a few people on YouTube, but I've got to admit I've never seen a satisfactory result. But I'm going to give it a go. I'm going to run a trial alongside growing this celery the conventional way. Let me show you what I've done. Okay, we start with an empty yogurt pot. We also need some store-bought celery. We simply cut the bottom off the celery like this. We then insert some toothpicks and suspend that root in some water in a small bowl like this. That's how it's done usually on YouTube, but I'm doing it this way. A yogurt pot. Let's start with a yogurt pot. Okay. We'll fill that with soil or compost. Now I've already cut the base off a celery plant, and I've actually left this centre few stalks, a few small stalks in the centre growing on. And I've planted it in a yogurt pot just like this. I've simply sat it on the surface, and it stood up about 4 to 5 inches tall, and there's every danger it's just going to fall over. So I've weighted it down with some pebbles and I've been watering it. And I've been doing that for nearly 2 months. Check this out. This is the celery about a month and a half ago, nearly 2 months ago. Check this out. Okay, that's what it looked like then. Let's see what it looks like now. Hey, what do you think of that? Can you see that celery plant okay? Looks good, doesn't it? Now I think what's happened is those leaves have fallen out, but there is definitely some new growth in the middle of that after nearly 2 months. What I want to do now is I want to check that this thing has actually thrown some roots down, and because it's in this container I can do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just pour those pebbles off to start with. Okay, and now we're going to take this out of this pot and check to see if there's any root development. Now clearly we're not going to be eating the roots. It's these things we want to eat. We want some celery stalks. So this would only be a success if this grew some celery stalks, as far as I'm concerned. If it grew a few small leaves, that might be okay for people who want to make smoothies and garnish salads and just have a few leaves. But if you want celery stalks, then this will only be a success if this delivers a celery plant with celery stalks, just like the ones I can grow from seed. So we'll take this out now. We'll see there's a root system, but that by no means indicates success. All it means is we've got a viable plant here. Are you ready for this? I hope it doesn't fall to a million pieces. Oh yes! How good is that? I hope you can see those roots. Fairly sure you can. I'm on the wrong side of the camera as usual, but yeah. So we've got roots. So we'll pop that back in there. I don't think I need those pebbles now, but I'm going to put them on anyway. It might be a good luck charm. We'll grow this on. The celery that we're growing from seeds, in about 4 or 5 months we'll pop that on. Hopefully this will still be on the go by then. And we'll keep it going through the growing season. See if we get some useful stalks of celery from this plant or from the seeds by the end of the growing season. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed this video. This is Homegrown Veg signing out. What I will do is I'll take this off this table and I'll post on here a link to a previous grow celery video, just to get you in the mood. Okay,